Crash, you're a good friend. Let's do one more season.
Oh, you're swell.
We'll get very, very... You do need to somehow cut out the echo that you have from your microphone. For your sake, we'll get one more season in there. We're going to go through it pretty quickly. Take it from there. Terrio, I love you, by the way. I wish someone captured it on film. And then we'll still try to get a little bit of career mode in there. The gist of the situation is this. Crash's team will probably suck. Chat's team could be half decent. My team is going to blow dicks. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm saying that they're going to be too busy performing such an act that they're not going to have time to win basketball games, which is kind of important for a basketball team. So here we go.
To be occupied doing something else.
Yes. It's tough to dribble a basketball with a cock in your mouth. Anyway. It's past midnight, folks. That's where we're at. Just waiting for somebody else to win this fucking era. Crash Andrews gets his first trade offer. $20 is $20. Fair enough. Your big man, Dale Taylor, one of your two good big men.
Right.
25 years old, B+ and an 82. And Cole Fisher, who's a random old dude, for Lionel Ware.
Look at that hair.
23, 80, and a B. So a weaker center, but a couple years younger. And the 26-year-old Blake Ward at power forward, who...
Done.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Taking it?
Let's do it.
All right. Crash Andrews has accepted his first trade. Congratulations.
That A- potential at 26. I'll still take that one.
Yeah, I mean, hey, and it gets you a little bit of depth that you didn't have before. I looked at the Burger King app, and it's not Hungry Jacks. So for those that missed that, and this is why you watch us play FIFA Pro Clubs on stream, or FC Pro Clubs, whatever the hell. We play, give me 1 second here. Chat gets an offer for the starting center, Robert Bledsoe. Yeah, Jabari Smith is old as shit. That's not worth it. We play GeoGuessr in between the games. We ended up in Australia and discovered that Burger King is known as Hungry Jacks over there. And let me tell you, after you look at the Hungry Jacks menu in Australia and then look at like your local Burger King menu, you will be incredibly disappointed at what North American Burger King does not have. Incredibly disappointed. That said, I've still go on the record, like Finnish Burger King is still the best fast food you'll ever have in your life. But yeah. Lamond Ramsey from my St. Louis Sound. C+, but a 21 and a 77 for Dmitry Kasparov. 81 overall point guard and a second. If it was a first, I would say yes, but it's not, so leave me the fuck alone. Some bloke owns the name Burger King Australia. Can you imagine, though, how much money they would have offered him to give up the name, and he just said no? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. Like, the amount of money that would have been offered, and he turned it down. Unless he makes more money with the license that he still owns, or the trademark, but I can't imagine, right? Like, you can't tell me, like, a smaller... Like, if there was a restaurant in Italy called Pizza Hut, before Pizza Hut was there, and yes, I picked Italy because toxic. If there was a Pizza Hut in Italy, you can't tell me that person makes more money off of that name than what Pizza Hut would have offered them. I don't believe it. Crash Andrews, you get another trade offer. Your other good young center, Leo Campbell, 22, 80 overall and a B-, alongside veteran Bryant Reed. If you're in Italy, why are you attending a Pizza Hut? Well, that's what I'm saying. For 25-year-old center Bernie Moore, 79 and a B-, and Doug McDonald, who's 27 and a 78 at power forward.
What's Bernie Moore's contract?
1 year left.
Both 1 year, and Bryant Reed is 2 years.
2 years of $13 million. Yeah, McDonald's 1 year at 15. So.
Yeah, no, I'll take that for the expiring contract.
Damn, say goodbye to Leo Campbell. Nashville making money moves.
So, too, speaking of Burger King, not to completely hijack.
Go ahead, hijack.
I don't know if it was a fever dream, but I'm pretty sure I was watching in somebody's stream or something like that. There was a Burger King Sir Mix-a-Lot SpongeBob SquarePants crossover.
Was it entitled Sandy's Got Back?
I'm gonna have to see if I can track this down because the more we talk about Burger King, this popped in my head, and it was something recent that I watched. But
Chat, you got an offer for one of your young power forwards. Would clear out the bit of a log jam there. Edgar Robertson's just as good as Pierce. You would get shooting guard Glenn Washington, who's just kind of okay. But you would get a first-round pick from Atlanta in the potential year of the nuke. Do you give up Rick Pierce, 22 years old, a 75 and a B+, to get a future first-round pick?
oh, it's not up to me. I want you to lose.
Yeah, this isn't Crash's team anymore. Crash has his own team.
Sorry for posting this link.
Oh, God. All right, chat's saying yes. Square Butts Burger King video. I don't think I want to watch this on stream.
So this never reached Canada, except on the interwebs. So I was
Lucky
kind of
bastard.
hoping you'd have an explanation.
All I can say is that Burger King has had incredibly weird marketing over the history of their deal. Daniel Grant in a second for chat's old best friend, Dexter Wheeler. Honestly, I'm going to take that because it would be fucking hilarious to win a title with Dexter Wheeler. Not that I'm going to win a title this year. I'm 10-24, but a generated players so bad a team full of mid-80s would win, I think. Yeah, honestly, and again, I highly recommend now don't leave the draft class quality at 50 because it just doesn't generate enough star players and makes the whole salary cap structure wonky as all hell. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Chat gets an offer for Bishop. That is not worth taking. He is your future at point guard. At least it's not worth taking right now. So there are certain players where it's like, yeah, no, they're not getting dealt. They're not.
Yeah, Sophie, I don't know where I saw it, but once I saw it, I'm like, what the hell? Why are Americans trying to out Japan?
It's a good question. I mean, unless we're talking like war crimes, we put up a good fight. But probably not in the weird commercials side of things.
Right.
Yeah. So stay in your lane, Japan. Stick to the funny commercials. Quick Crash, favorite Japanese commercial.
Oh man, what's it? Lost in Translation. Lost in Translation with Bill Murray.
Okay, that's okay. Yes, Razor, correct. Long Man is the answer.
What the
That is
Long Man.
Oh my God, you don't know the Long Man videos? Oh, Crash Andrews, I am about to change your life.
I don't have a lot
my
of time
God.
left, so
It is a saga
quickly.
of 6 minutes worth of 30-second commercials. For anybody who hasn't seen it, literally just type in Long Man. It's the video with 5 million views. I'm gonna put it in chat there. It's the greatest series of videos you've ever seen in your fucking life. Let's see. I got a trade offer. Gabe Watson, my power forward, who's going to leave at the end of the season, along with veteran Donnell Wright, for Sean Cole, who did leave me this past season, and Cam Whitmore, who is old and very fucking expensive. This would be my one way to get something for Gabe Watson, given how expensive he is, but I'm not willing to take on that cap long term.
What am I watching?
No, thank you. Oh, dude, you gotta stick through it. You can't just watch like 30 seconds of Long Man. You have to watch the full 6 minutes.
When you go to foot,
you will laugh.
Yeah. When you go to footballs,
you will laugh. You will cry. Yes, when I go to footballs. Crash, another trade offer. 23-year-old center, 81 overall, Lionel Ware with a B potential and great hair. And veteran Peyton Watson for 31-year-old Josh Purdue.
This is going to be tough to move on.
Benedict, that's a Perdon't. That's a Perdon't right there. Yeah, that's a no thank you. Yeah, anyone who might be discovering Long Man for the first time, enjoy. Chat gets a trade offer. Their big man, Robert Bledsoe, 24 years old, 80 overall, A potential, for 25.78, Brent Jennings, and a first. You get a little bit worse at center, but you get a first-round pick out of it, and you still have Alan Payton as a backup center. I'd consider it, but I'd understand why chat would say no. What do you think? What do you think, chat? It's tough to say how much better Bledsoe will get. His progression's still on an upward trajectory, but it is a slow upward trajectory, and he's feeling triggered.
Is that the backup though?
That is their starter at the moment.
Interesting.
That is their starter at the moment. I'm still seeing more Nas than take-its. I don't know if chat trusts JD anymore to try to help make decisions. We will decline it.
They're going to stick with the Bledsoe-Payton quarterback tandem?
Yeah. Never trade a Bledsoe. Never trade a Bledsoe. Chat at 500. Now over 500. Crash Andrews. Let's see. Is this one worth it at all?
Center, though.
Nick Smith is 33. This dude's 25. And a B-. That's not worth it for you at all. Just for the sake of speed, we'll propose.
Yeah.
Crash, you're 32 and 18 on the season.
That might really?
God. Oh my God.
Ow.
This counts as a Crash Andrews era victory, by the way.
Oh my God.
If this happens.
This would be amazing.
You got a trade offer. Patrick Williams and a second for Whitmore. Whitmore makes more than double with an extra year left and is actively worse.
Right. No.
That's a no.
I went from like tanking to like, okay, now I have to start building, and here's the trade deadline.
Yeah.
GG's.
Yeah. And yeah, that's that.
Oh, well, fuck.
That is that. We will double check the upcoming expiring contracts. Crash Andrews has nothing to worry about. Chat probably doesn't want to bring back Johansson, so has nothing else to worry about. And Gabe Watson wants to put his foot in my ass. Absolutely hates me. So he'll be leaving. And that's that. We move on towards the playoffs. Well, potentially you guys move on towards the playoffs. I will not be making the playoffs. My record's tragic. But I'm only 19 million in the hole now instead of 500 million.
Look at that profit.
That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. Look at me. That's the key. My owner's finally like, look, I'm going to not spend this money anymore. You're out of your fucking mind. You haven't won anything. Get us into a profitable situation, please. For the love of God.
Not only are you losing on the court,
I'm losing in the bank accounts.
Hey. 2 negatives make a positive.
Yeah. I don't know what that positive is, but I'm excited to find out. I am now 1 Mar-a-Lago in debt. And let's not even talk about all the fucking documents I have that I shouldn't. Let's not even talk about that.
Eddie sang
Politics. I'm the president. I have max power. What do you mean? I can't take these papers with the launch codes. It's like, Don, they probably changed the launch codes once you're not the president anymore, buddy. I would presume.
These were declassified once I took them out of the building.
The second I touched them, they're declassified.
I declassified them as president.
Sir, you can't do that. No, it's bullshit. I declassify you. You're now declassified.
You're not the declassifier of me.
God. All right. Well, the season's almost over as everyone in St. Louis breathes a fucking sigh of relief. Fan interest down to 79.8%.
There's interest in your team still?
That's kind of what I'm saying. How the hell do we still have any interest in our team whatsoever? I did make the playoffs last year, so maybe that would be the reason.
40% of that interest is Altex.
fair. Billy Farrell of the Portland Trail Blazers, league MVP, rookie of the year, the number 1 overall pick to the Hornets, Max Chambers. Shout out to Jimmy Hickson, 6th man of the year. Rock Zagorak, defensive player of the year again.
Zagorak says.
Oh, God.
It doesn't matter what Zagorak says.
It truly doesn't. Desmond Moore of Chat's Cincinnati Lions, All-NBA first team. Not bad. Your all-defensive team includes Zagorak. And the dude you guys elected, well, you couldn't go after anymore. But what are you going to do? And the all-rookie team, Chambers, Posey, and Lee Barry Carroll of your St. Louis Sound. Because somebody on a bad team has to do well. Crash Andrews and Chat's Cincinnati Lions have made the playoffs as the 7th seed. Might there be a second round showdown?
Let's go. I'm for it.
Chat has made the playoffs for the first time in fucking ages.
I did in my first season.
I was led by Cooper Dyke, Ramsey. Crash led by free agent signing, Javon Peters.
Look at that guy. So good.
And Desmond Moore has turned into an absolute monster for Chat's team.
Well, you signed his brother for him, didn't you?
Yeah, well, we drafted him. We didn't sign him because he was shit.
Right.
So Chat's Leons, it'll be Cummings, Moore, Swift, Robertson, and Bledsoe as the starting 5.
I went full bench,
Crashes.
didn't I?
Yes, you did. And you still made the playoffs. Crash will be led by Cedric Martin, Peyton Watson. How the fuck did you make the playoffs? Javon Peters, Patrick Williams, and Bernie Moore with 280s coming off. Look at the fucking hair on that guy.
I got 2. Go up. I've got 2 starters that are lower rated than my 9th guy.
Correct.
That's how you make
Nashville
the playoffs,
magic,
Jeff.
baby. All right. Crash takes on Chicago as Chat takes on the defending champion Boston Celtics, led by Cade Cunningham and some others, to say the least. It's a league of overall depth. Crash, would you like to take a shot at that name?
I'm just going to call him Man Chung.
Everybody Man Chung tonight. The Bulls, by the way, led by Freddie Stokes.
Ooh.
That's a rough one.
They've only got really
and
2 players?
A 39-year-old Luka Doncic as well.
Yao Chung.
All right. Will either team make it out of the first round?
Wait. I want my bench shorter. I don't want to go 13.
No, I put it to 7.
Okay.
You're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I set you up for the playoffs. Let's see. Does anybody make it through? Crash Andrews off to the second round.
Suck it, Chat.
Eliminating the Bulls in 5, while Chat's Lions fell in 5 games to the Boston Celtics. Crash, I beg of you, win this era right now. We're going to quick sim past Boston and follow along if you make the conference final. Oh my God.
Reverse swept.
The Boston Celtics reverse sweep.
Bullshit.
Crash Andrews, Nashville Stars.
Bullshit.
You won the first few games by like 10 points combined.
Did I get an injury?
And then lost by 10, lost 107 to 85, 120 to 106. You just fell apart. You fell apart. The Celtics woke up.
Should have stayed at 13.
Apparently, that was the key.
It was my 45-year-old 72 overall player that made the difference.
Second he leaves my team, he goes to the fucking NBA Finals. Fuck you, Alvin. Thanks for nothing.
Told you should have done a sign and trade.
Hope you fucking... Fuck you, Alvin. The second he leaves, he wins the title. I hate it here.
Yes, Endo, let's go.
Jesus. Well, that was horrible. We can at least go through another draft tonight. Why not? Shout out to all the big retirements. Bam,
All the big
Luka.
retirements, the bigliest.
All the biggest retirements. Like, who's the worst name on this list? Like my favorite player, Sergei Ostrovsky, which just makes it sound like he's trying to say Sergei Bobrovsky.
Brookiel O'Neal.
God, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, God. Yeah, shout out to Luka Ja and Brandon Miller. Not Bam Adebayo, but Brandon Miller. From the first ever draft class, making the Hall of Fame. So there you go. It happens.
It can happen to you too, Chad. You just got to believe.
It's true. It's true. League meetings. No new rules this year. Oh, abolish the salary cap. Only one person voted for it, and it was me.
It was me all along.
It was me, Austin. Why? Why did they reject abolishing the salary cap? God damn it. We go to the draft lottery.
That's a veto.
We won't. The Sound at 2, the Lions at 7, and the Stars at 10. All three of us have a pick in the lottery. The winners of the 2038 NBA Draft Lottery, the Toronto Raptors. Okay. Well,
I lost
can't
my
win them
pick.
all, right?
It must have been protected. Neuland?
Yeah, which means you'll
Or
get it
take,
next year.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
to the 2038 NBA Draft, we are 2 years away from getting back our nukes, all three of us.
Imagine
we go.
using it.
Yeah. I get a trade offer for the 5th overall pick, but I can't imagine it'll be. Oh boy, Mao Chung Chan,
Take it.
Clint Wells, and Dana Thomas. Give me a good fucking trade. All of these trades kind of suck.
I don't mean to bother you, but you minimized your stream.
Whoops. Let me know if that works.
Yep.
Now. Okay. Ba-ba-da.
Can I make you an offer for the 5th?
There's nobody on your team that I want.
Okay. I appreciate your honesty.
Thank you.
You son
On
of a bitch.
Drew Bryant. B+ at 25. That's not bad, but I gotta. Yeah, I gotta make the pick. Please, God, let there be somebody here who's worth this 5th overall
Jeffrey
pick.
Rhodes.
Please. Don't you Cody Rhodes. Scott Mayo.
White boy.
Started all NBA. Georgie Kalmushi.
Yeah. Mushy.
What a name. So far, there was one good player. Is there anybody else? A couple starters. Hall of Fame to bench Gordon Sampson.
Ooh, Dennis Rodman, though. I've never liked Dennis Rodman in my era.
Yeah. Who was the dude? That dude was this guy, Scott Mayo. What? 23 years old. Fuck, this probably won't work for me, but welcome to St. Louis. Why not? He went to Gonzaga, and I needed a power forward, so it's fine. Next up, Chat's Cincinnati Lions at the 10th pick. Will you get a... Ooh, you could have the Chan.
Chung Chan.
And Andre, top of the morning to you, O'Connor.
Isn't he on the Celtics too?
He was, yes. Yes, he was.
Yes, look at that name.
You could finally get to Gonix after all this time. Drew Bryant, Daryl Forbes.
I feel like Dugonix is the what do you call it?
Chat, none of them are really worth it for you.
Dugonix is the religion that Tom Cruise is going to join once Scientology.
Hooked on Dugonix. Let's see. Chat, your best options. And let's be honest, at this rate, you pretty much know. You just go for the best player available. Drafting for need is fucking stupid. Starter, Gregory Thomas. Starter, all-star, Tyrone Cannon. A dude who could be Rajon Rondo at best.
Alfred Payton's not a bad floor.
Starter. Is that potential? The Hall of Famer option, Gordon Sampson. Any disagreement about Gordon Sampson? Just fucking go for it. Or Roderick Red. It is true that Fernandez is up there in the top 3. Any disagreements about Gordon Sampson? Just want to go for it, or do you want to take somebody else who might be a little bit more of a sure thing?
You know what wins champions? Guys named Gordon.
Razor shouting out Fernandez. Chad, I need more names. Fernandez is... he has gobs of potential, but he can't dunk. A Spaniard that can't dunk?
Does he even basketball, bro?
Do you even ball, brah?
Bruh.
Brah. Do you even ball? All right. We'll put it up to a vote. Fernandez or...
Bruh.
Gordon Sampson. What do you think, chat? Do you want to be hooked on Dugonix?
Not if I have anything to say for it. There, Razor.
And there is Tyrone Cannon. That's true. We could put Cannon up there. Unless this is a blow-away, one-sided vote.
And Nick Cannon, both on the same team.
Congratulations. Sampson's winning. Just Gordon Sampson. Congratulations. It's a done deal. It's happening. We march, we move. Chat, back-to-back picks, and then Crash has back-to-back picks. Andrew Goodwin in a first in 2041. Goodwin 2274 C+. That's not terrible. Stan Montgomery. Paolo Rancotti. You'd have to give up another first, though. First and Dean Copeland, son of Adam.
Dean.
Dean.
Is that Oliver Cannon?
A different Oliver Cannon. Okay, you know what? I'll just say the thought that came into my mind. Like, I just can't imagine, like, you know, like you're having sex and it's just like, oh, Dean. Like, you know, like that's not the best name to have to call out in the heat of the moment, you know?
We've had this conversation so many times, but Dean is up there for names that babies just don't get named anymore. And Dean is up there. Harder Dean.
That's just not something you want to put out there.
I feel like if you were good at it, you'd make the woman stutter and it'd just be Dean.
But the second you hear Dean, no offense to all the Deans out there, but the second you hear Dean, like, does that not just ruin it? All right, really quickly, away from the Dean conversation, chat, you can either make the pick, you can get this future pick from the Timberwolves and pick up a decent center, not the best, not the worst, but there's also this deal involving the next 2 picks. You get the Portland Trailblazers pick in either 40 or 41, but you pick up this young center. Shout out to Motorcycle Racer, who decided to follow after that.
My name's
21
Dean.
years old to 75, and he's an A-.
Oh, dear.
So you have options. You can make pick. You can take the Minnesota deal, or you can take this Portland deal. What do you guys think?
I feel like Red was from this draft.
He was 20th overall, so he just went recently. Aren't we loaded at center? Probably.
He was the pick before this pick.
Chat leaning towards that Portland pick. It's the next 2 selections for a pretty promising center and a future first. Chat leaning towards that Portland deal. Will it happen? Are we hooked on Dogonics?
Dogonics.
Going once. Going twice. Sold to the highest bidder. Chat will trade away these next 2 picks to get the big man, Daryl Patrick, in a future first round pick. There you go. So Portland takes Lou Fletcher and Ray Manning. Crash Andrews gets his first pick of the draft. Wow, your fucking scouts are insane.
I know.
Jesus. Let's see. Best option available. Starter, Hugh Cardinal.
Okay. I don't need another center, though.
Probably not. Actually, I mean, we could look at your roster, but at this point, you know it was kind of bad. Boom or bust, Rolando Owens.
I mean,
Benched
when you're
All
floor
NBA.
Speedy Claxton, can you really go wrong?
It's true. It is true. Is there anybody else? Is there going to be the one to say, ding dong, hello? That's the guy. The answer is not really. Can I interest you in a Corey Perry?
Do I need a point guard? I'm not
You
even
need
kidding.
one now. All right. So your best options were back towards the bottom.
Can you go-
Either the
Yeah.
the starter of Cardinal or the other dude that had the All NBA upside.
Can you just go out and go to the SN ranking?
Yep.
Or somebody
Do you want me to sort it by JC Wheeler? Benched All-Star.
You know what? I'm not angry with that. Just do overall for me really quick. I got back-to-back too, right?
Correct.
I don't know that I think I went power forward last time. So I might actually take Corey.
Going once. Going twice.
Go for it.
Sold. Corey Perry to Nashville. And then the next pick, which you will be making as well. You did not get a trade offer.
Can I look at my roster really quick?
Sure.
S'il vous plaît.
Corey in the house. God. You don't have a point guard.
I do that with Corey, though.
You do now. You don't have a shooting guard.
Okay.
You have a forward, couple of them. You don't really have a younger power forward,
Okay.
but you do have the center.
Yeah, I don't need centers. Look, I got 2 guys at 80. Okay.
Yeah.
So shooting guard or power forward.
So for
Take
shooting
Max.
guard,
No, go back to scouting. Or yeah, overall. Let's take Max Henderson.
Max Henderson. AJ, thank you for the 55 months. Since Crash is in this, can we do a sporcle about WWE pay-per-view posters? Give me a few minutes and we will. Max Henderson on his way to Nashville. Crashville. My St. Louis Sound are on the clock in the second round. I might as well just make
You want a second for your pick?
Nope, because this guy's here. Rolando.
Yeah.
Come on, Rolando.
Rolando Owens Rolando.
That was the last pick of the draft, baby. All right, so the high-end players at the top of the draft are definitely getting better with that 60% deal, so that's not bad. As we take a look at the draft picks, we'll start off with my St. Louis Sound, Rolando.
That's a big
Fuck.
Rolando.
There's also Scott Mayo. He's okay.
The mighty
B+, but he's
Rolando.
23 and only 76. We'll go to Chat's Lions. They're one pick and one pick only.
Gordon Sampson was
Gordon
surprised he was getting his photo taken there.
Samson.
Not
Ooh. 2173 A-. Not bad, Chat. Yeah, they caught him off guard. They took the worst picture. And for Crash's team, the back-to-backs, Max Henderson.
Fuck.
I mean, he's young enough that it could still work.
Yeah.
And then Corey Scory Perry.
Fuck.
Crash Andrews, good at trades, maybe not good at drafting.
I'm signing them both.
Yeah, it's the obvious choice. We will save the rest of free agency for a later date and stuff like that. Crash Andrews is going to win this era.